Morning, guys. A great morning to all who tuned into the realest thing in the world. Yeah. Oh, God. It's really great to own something. Eh? I think great to own something and be something. How much people could own something, consider that they have achieved something, they've done something for themselves. I was talking to a friend last night, and he said, if you're ambitious for yourself, how you could ambitious for a country? Right? And I looked at that and I said it made sense. If you don't have a thought process that facilitates, accommodates, or even gives way to ambition, how could you wish that for, how could you wish something for somebody where you don't know what it is? Now my head there, I look back at it and I look at former President Granger and Mark Benchcap did a program on Sunday last. And I realized the man was never ambitious. Funny enough, nobody in pain, we're going to look at eating just so nobody in pain mind that Granger should have been charged by now. Trump has been charged, and Trump gets some people outside for set up a thing and attack the capital city. Not Trump himself do it. Granger himself was a part of the rigging process. Granger set up no less than 4 times for gun swearing himself. Arthur Granger was a part of the rigging process. The thing is that he didn't even notice it because he's been part of a rigging process his whole life. He realized that in the 21st century, you can't go about rigging elections. So we can listen to he just now. We got some issues, people's issues we got address, and then we get straight into David Arthur Granger. And today's discussion is surrounding how people without ambition, if you don't have ambition, how can you preach success? How can you preach for people to have a better life? What drives you? Right? Or do you want to be a leader of a nomadic tribe? So I get a report yesterday of an auntie that having a situation. Auntie Data. And she said, this is Auntie Data's story. She says she mind somebody, she come through, somebody come through show the houses. So let me hear Auntie Data's story and I'll give my take.
My name is Rastaman called Data, area Lesikiva Coast, Lat 11. I take a man by the name of Dionarai Manga, 13 years now. I'm mighty from bed for 7 years, clean, feedy, baby, do everything to eat. I have a daughter in England, and she come in now and she try to put me out. She want to cut off the light. She send me one set of paper. One set of paper she send me, and this are the paper what the man make and send for me, left with me. Come on, I beg for peace, I beg for justice. Come on, President, Minister, everybody, have mercy upon me. I don't have nowhere to go. I don't have nowhere for one set of paper. She said I must come for attend. I court in Georgetown, I court, which I can't walk, I'm sickly. I'm 72 years of age. I don't have nobody, it's me and me alone. I'm begging y'all, please do something, please. I beg you hard. I don't have nowhere to go, I live in 13 years, I live in and she live in England. She was never around when her father was sick. Never around. She never come look her father. She never do nothing for him. Nothing.
Well, no, first thing, this is a sad situation. But let me tell what Auntie Data, what's your name, Rukmin?
It's Rukmin Singh called Data.
Auntie Rukmin, Auntie Data, let me tell you something. Just like how you get a paper, Just like how you mind the man, and then you get the place, and you get the people. Life has laws. And the laws ain't got respect for tears. Right? That's the way of the world. Now you take care of a man, you know a man needs somebody to take care of he. You don't got nobody to take care of you. You want me come and collect the paper. You want me pay one lie, you left the play. You give me one paper when you're done. That's the problem with the reality with the world. Whereas you plan, you got paper, but you not got nobody. He had one place, he give you paper for the place, you take care of he. Who gonna take care of you now? You want me take care of you? Well, you make one paper and give me, let me take care of you now. Life got one cycle. And me understand Auntie Rookman problem. But what you gonna do? You gonna stay alone in the house there? And then one day I'm gonna see, I'm gonna find you there in the house? No, you gotta pass on to somebody, Auntie Rookman. You understand? It has to pass on. So when you hollering now, oh, me I got nobody. And me alone, me got on paper. The man give me on paper. That paper should have gone to the court. You should have already started a process. The daughter there, England, your daddy got something. The guy come for your daddy property. If you want, I guarantee you, look, me number 6227740. I think somebody send the lady number already. Let me see Auntie Rookman number. And let me call she. Me not got no place at Essequibo right now. Me could do it what? No, me got one place at Essequibo there. Me could do it one more place at Essequibo. You want me take care of you? Want me come tell from Georgetown for help you? This is a message. Outside, the white man is done do him. Could give your house to the state and the state take care of you. You got to come up with something plausible. You take care of a man. He left one property for you. Where you go with him to your grave? You got to get somebody to take care of you and left it for somebody. That's why people got assets. That's why people got worth. Now, Auntie Rookman can't tell me she don't know that. She know that she take care of the man and she got one paper. Forget the property. What gonna happen now? Eh? We ain't got time with the daughter been when the daddy been sick. It's who's smart that's get it. Let me run through and see Auntie Rookman phone number and call she. Me I tell you. No, she's not the mother. She just take the man. Obviously, she know the daughter. Let me run, Bobby. Today I was going, okay. So somebody saw and wanted help. But you got to explain to people these things. Because there's a legal process. They ain't got no way. They ain't got no help here. If the girl got caught and she gets your daddy property, Auntie Rookman up in the street. That document where she got, she has to enforce that document. She says she can't go no, she want president, minister help. That's not president and minister work. Because then we'll see it, and we'll say, oh God, why didn't I help? No. There's a process for this. And Auntie Rookman got nobody. You gotta ask yourself, why you not got nobody? So let me call her. Y'all with me a bill. You know think me left for me picnic them? And got somebody to take care of me. You believe me, I give them everything before. Hello? Hello?
Morning.
Hi, morning, Auntie Rookman.
Yes.
Okay, the name is Michael Rodriguez. Somebody, people know me as the Guyanese Critic.
Yes.
You ever hear the name before?
Yes, I heard the name before and I saw you on the TV, so.
You see me on TV? You there on Facebook and so?
Of course.
Okay. All right, here what happened. Now, me just hear your story.
Oh my God, the story is very sad and mournful.
First thing is, I must tell you, there's a legal process to these things.
Yes.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have kids, but you know them poor, all of them they in a little house and don't they in another regular job.
So
and
this
them things.
place here where you got, who you plan for left them for?
This place is not my place where I live in here now. This me husband died and I take a man, the name of the in Mangal, and I live in here 13 years now. And I mind he for 7 years like baby, feedy, shave he, clean he, the guy used to mess up, he had stroke, we used to carry by soap bail. And now that he had a daughter in England for another wife, right? And she now coming now and try to get me out.
The document that you have there, what is it saying?
The documents what the man made for me now, he said, JP met this paper, he said that in his sickness, he come allow wife there behind him, go doctor, go this way and that way. And anytime he pass away, he don't give nobody right to put out, he come allow wife. She must remain here how long she wants to stay.
So he diplomatically gave you a life interest in a form of a will.
Yes.
Well, for instance, that document has to be enforced.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So to have that document enforced, you gotta go through a lawful and a legal lawful process. Okay. That document in your hand is just not it. That's what he said. His daughter might be coming to dispute that now. You understand?
She don't change over the light bill and she name and stuff.
And do you know who named the property they're in?
Is she and her father?
So when her father gave you a life interest in the property was already in her name?
No.
When she get it in, she and her father's name?
Me not feel so. It's Dindial do the transport, right? Mr. Dindial. The time that he would need good health and strength when he do the transport because she come a fool him man and tell him man how she gonna make paper for me stay here. And when we went by Dindial now and she go in Dindial office, Dindial told she that the transport can't go in your name alone, you have to go in you and your father's name. So come she get her name going in the transport.
So she has, her name is on the transport.
Yes.
That means she is part and parcel legal owner, now complete owner of the transport. All you have to get now is a lawyer to enforce that document that you have there.
Okay.
And even if, because I do not know, and again, you have to get legal advice there, because I do not know how he could will something that done in half is not he own. He was making a decision. I'm just thinking from a layman terms. He would have made a decision when he put in she name, whether fool or power. It happened, right?
Yeah.
That process went through. Then, what you gonna say if he got only data and he put it in the data name? Me not see nothing wrong with the half data. But we are now looking at having the fact that for what you did for him, he promised you a place to live till you're dead.
Yeah, that is very paper.
Right? So you have to have that in force. Because I have a number of properties in my name that the people have a life interest. I got to take care of them and they got to live there till they're dead. Okay. I pay them for the place, they get the money, but I can't do nothing with the place till they're dead.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So you need to seek, I don't know what you say, with your family, your children or what, but legal advice need to be got here. I'll take your number, I'll give it to somebody over in Essequibo who I think might be able to help, and they will reach out to you very soon.
Okay, thank you.
Roger that.
Oh, thank you.
This thing here, let me tell y'all, let me show y'all how serious is the law. And a lot of times we don't take the law seriously. Right? Let me show you how serious is the law. And you need to take the law seriously. Signing as TBN production. Alright. I'm by the one signing. No order. Let me read an email for y'all that me get yesterday. Not only I this has got problem, me just got problem too. The legal process is not a play one. And once you subscribe to it, you gotta follow through with it. Email. Google social, join us, this is one. The break news, and we got the Guyanese Critic. DPA. Ronald Board Smith. Let me read this document. Please see attached information below and attach. Please see the information below and attach. Please advise. Dear Counsel, please be advised that this matter is fixed for the 29th of September. Kindly acknowledge receipt of this email. The different people name Honorable Gino Peter Passad. Hear what the lawyer is requesting. Dear Registrar, refer to the caption matter and affidavit of non-compliance attached hereto. The judgment debtor, that's me, has not complied with the terms of the order made on the judgment summons. I would be grateful if this matter could be listed for consideration and an arrest warrant issued for his arrest. Now here what happened. Me and man long time ago, matter coming back recently, me go in front of the judge, me say me go pay the money, me just pay $400,000 a month. TBN deals with that. We have so far not been able to pay because things slow. Payments not coming, things slow. 2 months me not pay. You hear what going on here? No, one man where they're all over the road, everybody has see. This has nothing to do with who I am. This has nothing to do with who know me and who I say I is. This has nothing to do with me being the realest thing in the world. The liar, right? He said, we want him to pay the money, you know. He asked the judge to issue an arrest warrant for me. This is the legal process. What I should think. This is the same liar that he sit down in front of the judge and agree and he said, all right, I can take the money. Peace. I have faulted on my commitment. So happens, it's not me's follow up with these things. Right? But in general, we faulted our commitment. Money slow, money not come. All we got problem. People watch me, they think, wow, me got the world of money. Right? This is an old debt. But nonetheless, I've committed to sorting it out. This is it. This is an email I received from the liar. Right? And here what it is. Dear Registrar, I refer to the caption matter. And here was the caption matter. High Court of Supreme Court. Wait there. Kindly acknowledge. Please be advised on the matter is fixed for. This is the thing, right? So, here what the liar saying. Dear Registrar, I refer to the caption matter and the affidavit of non-compliance attached hereto. Now, they don't care. The legal process don't care who I am or who I say I am. It's a process. You got to follow the process. You don't pay the people that have forged your money. This is what's going to happen. And this is happening all around the place. Now I got to go and run and pay the money. You go before the judge and say, well, man, this is the situation. You understand? Or get locked up. That is how it works. I can't come and, oh God, watch how much thing I do for this country. It's the realest thing in the world. Oh, what you see with me now? Nobody has fudging time with you. The process goes on. And if you don't say and do what you say you're going to do, the mechanism will chew you up. Here, this is for me. This letter A is a liar making a request to judge for me, Mikhail Rodriguez. Right? Dear Registrar, I refer to the caption matter and the affidavit of non-compliance attached hereto. The judgment debtor, that's me, has not complied with the terms of the order made on the judgment summons. I would be grateful if the matter could be listed for consideration and a warrant issued for his arrest. Now bear in mind, we want to arrest a man if you can't, you want to catch a man if you can't find him. This man knew either this man could call me and this man. The man don't have no time with that. He want his money. So when I talking to people and telling people and giving people advice, like Auntie Rookman, the law is the law. And that is the problem with this society. Too many times people feel they're above the law. Why could do? Me ain't gonna rob nobody. Me ain't gonna add a robbery to do for go and find money, forget them. Why could do I gotta go to the judge and plead my case? It's not to say they know that I have large sums of money. So I don't have nothing. How I get my little money, I pay my little debt, I invest in my little business, them thing though. You understand? I ain't got none for give away. And if Granger ain't get charged yet for what he do, what do me for plea? For beg for mercy? Eh? That's the problem with society. Like the police come out and I put up people speeding. How people speeding, how much people speed, and how much time they speed. What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is that? Tickets! Make money! Guyana passed the stage where they embarrassed. If David Granger ain't embarrassed for come out and talk today after what he do to this country for 5 months, after having the most expensive vehicle as a president, he ain't shame. You think them drivers would have listed the name and say who been speeding? Shame! This is a country with no shame. You gotta get action. Listen to this one here. This is how Granger program the start. Dog a bark and so. This is how he see Guyanese. This is how he see Guyanese. Here now, what nobody ain't paying attention to. David Granger, show the thing. Now, this is the questions what Mark Benchcap got for ask Granger. So everything done, pre-recorded and set. Not like how me and Jagdy was talking. When I ask Jagdy a question, you know what we talking about. Granger read and study, give Mark Benchcap the questions. That's why Granger never had me at a press conference. Because you can't send no questions to me. You understand? He couldn't send no questions to me. I don't know why I ask. The people can ask anything for ask. Sometimes I ask them WhatsApp questions, so people sending me right away now. You understand? So this is a David Granger mindset. Right? What you seeing here? Them some matters, them a post up the questions. So if the program is started, you don't get the questions. If we're dealing with certain troubles, are we dealing with troubles in Guyana? We dealing with troubles in Guyana, we have a discussion. For Kakakron, sir. To the market, them a go. For their morning, the day is dawning. For Kakakro to give the villagers a warning. Rise and for Kakakro. Then we go straight into the thing.
A significant part of the population in the development of Guyana. So it's good to be here, and congratulations on your 100th birthday once more.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate your wishes. But let me just have you know and our listeners know that after you
killings, which need to be brought in the open, and we need to keep reminding Guyanese about it.
Now, David Arthur Granger, on a program last Sunday, continued to bring up the killings of the past. David Arthur Granger, between 2015 and 2020, was the president of the party that in the 2000s associated, affiliated, and played an active role in facilitating criminals in Buxton and in the backlands of Buxton and in the backlands and the community of Agricola. David Arthur Granger became president, leader of that party and president of this country. He did not use the opportunity between 2015 and 2020 to do anything. The most notable thing that David Arthur Granger did in the 5 years and 5 months of his reign was try to rig in elections. He grappled for 2 years to hold on to power after no confidence motion was brought against the David Granger administration on the 21st of December. Either the 18th or the 21st of December 2018. After that was a struggle for power and a number of illegal activities after that. Right?
There is still a problem of prisons, as you know. There was a prison escape, so-called, and
17 prisoners died when David Granger was president. 17 prisoners died. There were a number of prison escapes when David Granger was president. What happened? So you only know now? What happened, buddy?
people were hunted down. There's no trace of an attempt at arresting people. Were just shot down like, wild hogs.
Bear in mind, David Arthur Granger comes to represent a criminal who massacred Guyanese, was sentenced to death, escaped Mazaruni prison, and David Arthur Granger comes and says that there was no attempt to arrest him. He was hunted down like hog and killed. David Arthur Granger and his party that he's a part of continue to represent criminals. And I continue to say the PNC is a criminal entity. Should be listed as a terrorist organization. Listen to this. This is not me, says David Arthur coming out of his mouth.
Escape, so-called, and people were hunted down.
Escape, so-called. Big shootout at Mazaruni prison. Video footage of the escape. There's an escape, so-called. We make it up. You see the deceit of these people? You see how dangerous a situation we were in for 5 years to have this man as a leader? Do you know this man here? In an attempt, malicious attempt. This government today is part of this problem with this man. Because today, he benefited all the medical benefits afforded the president when he tried to reverse it. When he tried to reverse medical benefits of past presidents, Jagio had to go court and fight though. Now this government illegally acting and giving early medical treatment. When he got to Cuba and all about the place, he taking care of he. When you want to know what's the problem, everybody in this country is the problem. Because I didn't care if people are protesting. I didn't care what happened to he. You understand? I would enforce the laws that he make on him. Listen to this man carefully when he is going to come and say, allegedly. This has always been their narrative, the PNC narratives. And only yesterday, I was looking at something, a saying from, a quote from Shakespeare, goes like, be true to thine own self. And that's what these people don't be. That's why they can't be successful. That's why they can't see the way. That's why if you're affiliated with them, you can't see a way. Hear this.
There are still a problem of prisons, as you know. There was a prison escape, so-called, and
prison escape, so-called. We all see video footage. We all knew. Smalley escaped from prison. Bed shoot up. Nobody disputed it. Granger come today to dispute it. Listen to it again. Now me saying, coming out of David Arthur Granger mouth.
We need to keep reminding Guyanese about it. There are still a problem of prisons, as you know. There was a prison escape, so-called, and people were hunted down. There's no trace of an attempt at arresting people.
There's no trace that an attempt to arrest people. People's son and mother and sons and father gone in the jungle for hunt a criminal who killed, murdered, slaughtered people in Bartica, slaughtered people said to have been part of the murder of Saturday Saw, Luziknan and everywhere else. Murdered people across this country. And that man wants the armed forces to show a trace of what they did and how they tried to. Bear in mind, that was his second escape attempt. Smalley escaped before. But that man there who wants to see or be seen as somebody that had led this country, them banners misleaders. That banner there, who as head of state bought the most expensive vehicle ever bought for a head of state in Guyana. And this government gave he for go with it. Gave him. David Arthur Granger has the Lexus, the most expensive vehicle ever bought for a head of state in Guyana. That's a matter of fact. Listen to him again.
Which need to be brought in the open, and we need to keep reminding Guyanese about it. There are still a problem of prisons, as you know. There was a prison escape, so-called, and people were hunted down. There's no trace of an attempt at arresting people. Just shot down like, wild hogs in the bush.
David Arthur Granger is talking about Smalley, a man who was convicted for massacres, a man who killed people's husband, people's children, murdered them and slaughtered them brutally. A man who drove fear in this society. A man who the judicial system and a jury of his peers saw it fit to put him away for life, and had made a decision to have his own life taken by sentencing him to death. A man who escaped before. A man who then went on to escape for a second time with a major shootout. Listen to David Arthur Granger speak of an individual with that background.
Brought in the open, and we need to keep reminding Guyanese about it. There are still a problem of
David Arthur Granger, the sanctimonious youngster, is speaking here about one of the most notorious criminals in Guyana. Hear him speak of a notorious criminal with reverence. This is the words of a sanctimonious gangster.
Prisoners, as you know, there was a prison escape, so-called, and people were hunted down. There's no trace of an attempt at arrest. People were just shot down like, wild hogs in the bush. There is a problem of drugs, as you know.
I had enough of Granger for today. I need to say no more. I didn't say he was a sanctimonious gangster. I didn't coin that. That was coined by a diplomat, an international diplomat, who saw David Granger in his true colors after the last election, the last general election. And he referred to him and his actions as the sanctimonious gangster. These people want to be trusted. These people, that man had an opportunity to lead this nation, and all he did was misled his people. Look at the people who were empowered. While expressing so much racist tendencies, look at the people who were empowered under the David Granger-led administration. He did nothing to help black people. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic. I hate to disturb you when you're on this mood. It's a good mood. Granger forget what he did in the 80s with the ballot boxes. He should remember that.
Not
and
only
what
that.
He did in Berbice.
Not only that. Granger has played an active role in a lot of things in this country. I wonder if David Arthur Granger could tell the Guyanese citizens where he was in the day Walter Rodney was killed.
Exactly.
Because he was in the army at the time. Can he say where he was on the day? Can he remember what happened on the day that Walter Rodney was killed?
Yep. Yeah, he did a lot of things. Good work, but I keep doing it.
Safe. We just gotta be real. We just gotta be real, you know. History is written. I like me, you could go back, what they gonna say? Oh, he cuss. He like cuss. That's all I could say. Critic like cuss. He used to like cuss. He was rude and brash and arrogant. They take confidence as arrogance. Yes, I'm returning a missed call. All right. I'm block he just for the fun of it. When I call he back, he no answer block. And so then it's something important when I really need the help and I call and I get so me getting out the critic. No, you get black. You have been blocked. Nicely. When like say black, it sounds so bad, then don't get black. You know? You give it maybe with some finesse, like blocked. You have been blocked. You got blackout again? GPI blackout again? No, you don't get blackout. You have been blocked. Yeah. So we gotta do, I came across this thing yesterday. Right? And I continue to ask people, because what really catch me with Granger last Sunday is jagged you. I think jagged you. Was the program? Was the motive? And then somebody sent me, I think it's he showed me this, an article written about Jagdeo. And the person listed a number of things that Jagdeo played a role in. And we will do Jagdeo and we will do Granger, a comparative analysis. So Jagdeo played a role in the World Economic Forum, identified Jagdeo as one of their inaugural young global leaders in 2006. Burnham identified Granger as one of his ballot box movers in whatever year that was. Right? Hold on. I just got a message. Some 21 million. The 60 low hours machine. 21 million. Give me a better price than 21 and I gotta take it. Yeah, I want a bulldozer D6T. A D6T bulldozer. Again for 21 million. Yeah, I give me 500,000. Let me hook you all up with the man right away. And low hours. He said got low hours. When you sell low hours, is how much hours? Yeah. So, what we doing just now? Granger. We're doing a comparative analysis with Granger and Jagdeo. So somebody wrote an article in Demerara Waves and list a number of roles that Jagdeo played over the years. And I can't remember, I didn't know this of Jagdeo. This was brought to my attention. Right? Because Granger's history is so antiquated, it's so way back. You hear a lot about him. But Jagdeo is still in the process of doing things, right? Even recently dethroning Granger. So I'll go through some of the list of the things and we'll do a comparative analysis with Jagdeo and Granger. So the World Economic Forum identified Jagdeo as one of their inaugural young leaders in 2024. I'm going back now to try 2006. So I'm trying to go back to what Granger did. So Burnham identified Granger as one of his ballot box movers. Right? Guyana Times named Jagdeo as one of the heroes of the environment in 2008. Can you guys call in? Anybody knows history can call in and tell us what Granger did? He played a blind eye. Well, remember they had successive elections every 5 years. Granger would have played his role through the army in rigging elections. So there's a next, adds up to Guyana Time, the Times Magazine article of Jagdeo. Jagdeo was awarded the United Nations Champion of the Earth in 2010. Granger maybe wrote a book of history about history in Guyana and so on. Jagdeo, the Secretary General of the United Nations, appointed Jagdeo to serve as Secretary General High-Level Advisory Group on Climate Financing. Granger at the time might have been appointed in the PNC and might have moved more ballot boxes again. And call you when I'm done here, bro.
All right, bye.
6,800 hours per day. D6 bulldozer, D6T, and 21 million. You can't go wrong there. Call me right away on 622-7740 if you're looking for a D6T bulldozer, 6,800 hours. Jagdeo was president pro tempore of the Union of South America. Pro tempore. T-M-P-O-R-E, tempore, pro tempore, or whatever. Me answer anything. For 2010 and 2011. Granger might have written another book by then. Because remember, nobody knew of Granger before. He had done gone into oblivion after the ballot boxes and nobody knew where he was on the day that Walter Rodney died and so on. Right? Jagdeo was made patron of the Delhi-based World Sustainable Development Forum in 2010. By the way, I was there when Jagdeo was present recently in the same World Economic Forum and speaking with people like Jeffrey Sachs. I was there. Yalen, let me bring it up. Come to these guys again. Hold on. Let me go in for the photos and bring it up for y'all. No play. Jesus Christ. I gotta download all these photos. Y'all please get a hard drive for me so we can start downloading all these things on my computers and so. Gotta go back to India now. This is Jagdeo, the world leaders. You understand, over 5 years, nobody wanted to get caught in a picture with Granger. Let me get this. Let me get some pictures for y'all quick. Jagdeo world leaders. Let me get some pictures for y'all quick. Just a couple, man. Let me get some pictures for y'all. This is one period of time alone, by the way, right? This is Jagdeo and world leaders. Go and research Jeffrey Sachs. Let me just give y'all a little sneak. And again after this. I ain't able to move, man. Let Granger give y'all something to be proud of. I ain't able to move. Is there anything that, as you guys know, I'm a lot of times I'm behind the scenes of things. I want to show, but I got to show. Oh, we got one more thing to cover the Eccles thing. I got to show me. I got to show my partner. So, this is Jagdeo with the Vice President of India. Right? This is just behind the scenes. And you know me always there behind the scenes. Me always there. Me don't always say me there, but me always there. Right? This is Jagdi up on the international scene. This banner here, the man was sit down there, is the ambassador to Bangladesh. When Jagdi was in India, everybody calling for me Jagdi, you know. Everybody trying to get an opportunity for me Jagdi. People fly from all around the world for come to India for me Jagdi. Yeah, Tracy?
Hi, Critic. I know you're making a lot of valid points and so where Jagdi and everybody else is concerned.
So you come for fuck it up this morning?
I'll be very, very honest with you. Unless there's a third force, I'm not voting this election.
All right, you do what the fuck you want for the safe here. Yeah. Thanks for your honesty. So this here, again, do halfway there. So they can get a little more close up. These are world leaders trying to get the ear of Jagdi. You understand? This is Mr. Jeffrey Sachs and go and research that man to see who the man is. Right? You see what I'm listening to? Jagdi. World leaders. Sheikhs. The people for the top of the food chain. You believe anybody had time for pay attention to Granger? Or listen to Granger? Granger had anything of substance to say to anybody? This is the world stage. This is the University of Terry. Right? This is the dean of the University of Terry, that lady there. Everybody. Go and research Jeffrey D. Sachs, who that man is. Right? Meantime, the progress, somebody tell them the progress with Jagdi. Me ain't talking about the progress yet. I'm talking about the fact that on the world market, Jagdi is one of the most valuable items on the world market. You're going to ask anybody who named Granger, they don't know. So I rest my case there. Yeah, look at what Jagdi doing, what Granger doing, do a comparative analysis. Yeah, go and figure it out. Google. Let me go straight into what's going on at Eccles. This happened recently at Eccles. And the residents at Eccles there. No. I got it already downloaded. Fall caca crow and they fall caca crow. This is the best Granger and Mark Benchcap could come up with. Some fall caca crow. Bye. What you going here recently in Eccles? Now the people them drink up the rum and I do beer madness in the people here. What a man gonna shoot a thing under the friggin' people in vehicle? What's your ass there? That man shoot a thing and the people light a thing and shoot it, them thing with it. Them flare shoot it under my vehicle, buddy. There's the madness going on in the community. What kind of madness is this? Now them a run with something for take them out from any day. They should have locked up all of them through the street there. Bare ignorance. So the people have put up a petition. Let me read if I can, Jesus Christ. So the petition, urinating on offenses. We have to endure loud music from 2 p.m. until 3 a.m. in the morning. Our children's education is at risk, falling apart. Personal safety is at high risk. These are some of the residents of Eccles, and the people then put the signatures and so. Somebody please go. Obviously, this has been sent to somebody, and if this is not addressed yet, the authorities need to look into this and calculate why it has not been addressed yet. Too much of lawlessness in this country. Guys, I got a 9 o'clock meeting. I got to get money for pay the court because they done plan for an arrest warrant for me. And plus, I got a man named Hariwa. I got a little money from years ago, but the bar road money. Right? I got to see how I walk up and pay he too. Right? So, I got to go and look for it. If you want to sit down and listen to Granger and think so you can get money in your pocket, well, so be it. If so you know how to get money, you'll watch Facebook and get money. I got to go out there and work. You understand? See if you take care. What? Huh? Oh! Today is the man cave? So tonight, 8 is what time man cave is come on? 10 o'clock. So tonight, 10 o'clock, y'all tune into the man cave. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Y'all tune into the man cave. You know the man cave is keep it real. Man cave is not for little children and old women. You understand? If an old woman watch the man cave, she could end up get flooding. So the old women, y'all stay away from the man cave. Hold on. We take one last call. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Critic.
Yes.
I just want to advise, man. This training with this government doing.
What training?
The way the training is heavy duty machine.
I have no idea about it, but it most likely would come through the Ministry of Labor. I could find out for you. Give me a call back a little later. Google it, man. Google. Type in government training, heavy duty training.
Government heavy duty training?
Yeah, just type in Guyana government heavy duty training. Heavy duty equipment training.
Thanks.
Roger that.
Okay, thanks.
We take another call. You never know what people calling for. What's the circumstances? What's the situation? So answer our call and return all missed calls. Yeah, you're gonna hit the road. Hi, good morning.
Hello?
Critic returning a missed call.
Morning. Take me off the air, please.
Ma'am, me ain't got nothing surreptitious me this do. Nobody know who is you. You want something highlighted?
No. Just call to compliment you and keep up the good work you're doing.
Roger, thanks very much, ma'am.
Okay, then. Take care.
You could call and say, Critic, you owe me money. Critic, I got this thing for you. Anything. I want this thing from you. What's the secret? There ain't no secret in this thing. You understand? Why you believe it's the realest thing in the world? I got a monopoly on this thing. If I tell her the people are looking for me for put a arrest warrant for me for carry me to court. Eh? What more I gonna tell y'all? It's only because people are, even if I cuss people are, oh God, he cussing. Me, I strip out naked hair. I don't have no time. And yank it and drop a thing in the cup there. You understand? I have no time. Me got no secret. Y'all take care. Peace out.